for anybody listening, this is how surrenders work for fosters, for volunteers, for the general population. If you have a dog that needs to be surrendered, first of all, the owner of the dog needs to fill out the surrender form. And the surrender form is found on our website, ironically, under forms. And it's going to ask you for some biological information, such as the age of the dog, breed,
disposition.
male,
Do we have any
female,
bite history?
how it is with children,
health
how it
history.
is with cats. Is it kennel trained? Is it house trained? Is it up to date on shots? Is it spayed or neutered? Is it microchipped? What vet do you use?
Right or wrong answer for any of these questions.
No.
We just need to know what we're getting into so we can prepare.
Oh my dog. Dog. Oh my dog.
Oh my dog, hey.
Oh my dog, hello.
We're back.
Back again.
And we have been trying to keep it low key because I am currently in the middle of Fairland. I have a deep fried fair food brain right now. I'm just like falling apart at the seams. I was telling Tanner I have not been home before midnight for the last at least 5 days. I haven't looked at the calendar, but that's at least true. So we try to keep things kind of light this 10 days just because I am of zero help. But we snuck away to do a little podcast recording. So this will come out, the final Friday of the fair. So there's a couple more days left. And actually it comes out at the perfect time for you all to know that Saturday, so tomorrow, is the Llama Limbo. And if you've never...
What?
You heard me. The Llama Limbo. If you have never gone to the Llama Limbo, and it's in the same location that the stock dog trials are, which will have already happened when this post. We forgot to talk about it last time, but it's in an outdoor arena, and it's literally a handler. And usually one of the handlers of the llama is the state fair queen. You know, they have like someone that knows not what they're doing. But then the llama like naturally kind of ducks its head underneath of the limbo stick.
Okay.
And let me tell you, you get to really cheering for your favorite. And like some of them are like horrible. And you're like, you shouldn't even be in the llama limbo. And then the next guy, you're like, oh man, he's going to be the llama limbo
I've never
champion.
heard of this before.
It's
in my life.
hilarious.
I thought people were doing the limbo underneath the llama.
No.
That'd be...
The llama is indeed limboing his or herself underneath the limbo stick, and they play the song and everything.
Do they have like requirements of how old the llama has to be? Like,
Oh no, it's
at a
any
certain
llama you
height?
want to enter.
So it could be like a baby llama.
Well, I don't know. There must be something because I didn't see any babies. They're usually all like full size, like llamas
Interesting.
limboing.
I would kind of like to see this in an emu fashion as well.
Oh my God, it'd be just as funny. Because what happens is, you know, they have such an awkward...
Camels would be
well, they'd have a
equally.
hard time with their hump.
right.
But
My humps, my lovely lady humps.
don't allow me to limbo. But anyway, they like get their head under there. And then once their head and like kind of like front withers or whatever go under, they kind of freak out and like run through, you know? And so it's like a shit, like you don't know, it's a crapshoot as to whether or not their ass is going to hit the back of the limbo bar. And some of them get real low and you wouldn't think they'd be able to based on their weird shape.
Interesting.
So Saturday.
Yeah.
I think it's at
Okay.
6:00
PM,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yes. I think
Wow.
so. It's hilarious. Look it up on the fair schedule, but my goodness, the llama limbo is really good.
You know, I feel like as I get older, like maybe 10 or 20 years from now, I'm going to be more into the fair because there are so many events.
It's
There's
so
many
fun.
things to go and see and do. But
But
I have like 2 things that I always go and see and do, and that like
then you're done.
I go, I do my pie thing, and I get my lemonade, and I get my corn dog, and then I'm done. Like, I'm good.
You're a woman of tradition. Now, last night we went to go see Mr. 305, Mr. Worldwide Pitbull perform, and he was incredible, first of all. But before that, we met our friends Emily and Thomas of the Mutt Mafia, and they met us at the horse show.
Yeah.
And so the first half of the horse show was draft horses with their like wagon things or whatever. the first ones to come out were my next door neighbors growing up. They always raised Clydesdales.
wow.
So that was pretty fun to like get to see them. And I'm pretty sure it was like their grandchildren up there, like actually, and they won.
Oh, wow.
They're in the Hall of Fame of Clydesdales or whatever the hell at the fair. So that was cool. But it gets better because huge horses, things were, oh, they're really in step together. We're actually what we're talking
like,
about.
you know
We're
what you're doing.
oh yeah, we're like, because we like to go to the horse races together, so it's like we're betting, but no one's giving us any money when we win. And so we're like, oh yeah, like that one's the best one. I like purple or I like orange, based on their carriage colors or whatever. And so that ends. And then up starts the ponies.
Oh,
You know how I feel about ponies.
okay.
As excited as I feel about hairless dogs. I really love ponies. And so it is a single pony with a little cart
My neighbor does this.
with the 2 wheels.
Yes.
It's incredible, but it's all like it comes out the first like round of them. It's all a single pony, perfectly proportionate, by the way. I have to say this because I'm obsessed with it. Like it's like a horse, but like shrunken down. So not like those ponies that like look like dwarf ponies. Like no, we're talking like the perfect shrunken down horse. Like
Okay.
it could be a full size horse, but it's not. It's just perfectly small. And so they have it attached to this little cart. They're going around. All of the carts are like these little old ladies.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
I
and
know
they're
what
wearing
you're
like
talking about.
bonnets
Yes.
and like outfits.
Yep.
And the lady's wearing all lavender. So I called her Lavender Leona. And like we made these whole stories for them and they're walking around. I'm like, I
I
don't know.
feel like I need to go to the fair with you.
I get
That
so
might be where I'm missing it.
I get so excited. Yeah. Cam was with us, and so I'm doing my commentary, not shutting the hell up, and I'm so excited about the ponies. And Cam is watching this mom and daughter in front of us. The daughter is texting a friend, complaining about this annoying loud lady behind her. And Cam's like, Mom, she's texting about you. And I was like, well, it's going to get worse. But her mother, like, you see somebody from behind and they're like not audibly laughing, but you can tell that they're like internally vibrating of like glee.
Yeah.
She's like dying. It's like the greatest comedy show she never actually saw because we were directly behind her and she's laughing and shaking so hard. And like the girl's like, and my mom thinks it's funny, but they're so freaking annoying.
That's exactly how it sounded in her text with words.
100%. 100%. So then that happens. And then they do another draft horse round and we get real serious about our voting and judging. And then we notice what's happening in like the warm-up ring. And it is dressed up ponies.
Oh.
So there's How to Tame Your Dragon. So one pony is a dragon. And then they've got like these little Viking guys. And then
They will
is
make a contest out of anything.
Little Bo Peep. The pony is dressed as a sheep. And the girl has like the shepherd's crook and all of that. Crook. Is it a crook? Crook. And, all the things. They have several. But the best one and the winner, clearly, from the moment we saw it,
Clearly.
a pony in a bathtub with a rubber ducky on its back. And the kid that's walking the pony is like a 3-foot tall little tiny kid in a duck. So it's like a little yellow duck walking a pony in a bathtub costume. It's got like a PVC pipe around it. The back is like the water. There's stop. Tell me you don't love
I
the
would
fair.
totally like dye my pony pink and do like a Wizard of Oz situation, like pony of a different color.
Oh, yes. But now
Horse of a
a pink
different
pony
color.
means something much different.
That's true. That's true.
I wonder when is that thing where they're going to do the pink pony for us?
October.
We got to go.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
That'd be fun.
Shit. Add that to my calendar.
Yep. Throw her down.
Well, you are just.
So anyway,
I feel like
all that to
again,
say, I'm
I
in
need
deep
to-
in the fair.
Yeah, I need to go to the fair with you for sure for a few days.
Yeah.
Because to me, it's just lemonade and a corn dog and.
Oh, no. I can show you whatever. I would show you all. Have you seen the cakes? There's a whole entire building.
Where
of
are the
cakes.
dollhouses, though?
I don't know.
Are you sure?
I think she does.
We've got our tally started already.
Okay, so we are once again I would say 2 weeks in a row, whatever, 2 recordings in a row, even par.
Shut up.
Yes, 8 in and 8 out.
Ocho. Nice.
Ocho. So intakes coming in. Mildred. This was we're going to say a German Shepherd Great Pyrenees mix, although that's obviously not confirmed. Was adopted and returned by someone that didn't want a German Shepherd
After seeing the dog.
or a puppy,
but was looking specifically
but
for
adopted
a 6-month-old
a
puppy.
6-month-old dog that looks exactly like a German Shepherd. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm going to say, and I'm not going to go in too super deep with this, but Cam and I were on a college visit that day. And we had stopped at Target. We were going to meet Holly.
Did we talk about this already?
I don't freaking know, but it's still, I don't know.
It's still relevant.
It
Go
is.
ahead.
Well, I don't think so because this is our first time. I don't know. Anyway, we're sitting in the car at Target getting ready to go over and meet Holly and Madrid for something quick. And I take the phone call. And I don't ever take these phone calls in front of anybody or whatever. And I had it on speaker because we were in the car and getting ready to drive. And I thought, oh, I'll answer this and then start driving. But it was so silly that I couldn't drive because I was like, I'm going to have to be fully engaged in this conversation. I need to be stationary.
It's like, turn the radio down. I can't read the directions.
Yeah, like I can't see, the radio's too loud.
I can't read the road sign.
Yeah, exactly. It was like that. So anyway, the conversation went on and on. I'm still unsure as to exactly why that she was returned because I got, she's a really great dog. But what I found out was that after she got home, and Holly and I and our volunteer vet, Jamie, had written down just on the fly, Great Pyrenees German Shepherd mix as the breed on the paper.
Because that's what she looks like.
Because that's exactly what she looks like. She looks sort of Anatolian-y, but also not, and she's smaller, so we think German Shepherd, pulled down the size. Like, we don't freaking know. So anyway, the girl goes, I don't want anything like a Belgian Malinois or a German Shepherd at all. And I said, well, you had the paperwork before you adopted the dog and you took it home. Like, what do you want? And she just kept going on and on and on about how she didn't want a German Shepherd. And I said, but you took the dog home. Like, I don't understand what's happening here. She said, I just don't think it's going to be a good fit in my household. I just don't want one of those. And I was like, okay. I said, are you asking me to do a DNA test? And she said, that's not what I'm asking you. And I said, well, no one here is clear about what you're asking me. Like, I don't understand at all what's happening. And it was like a who's on first situation, but literally no one was on first.
Right.
It was just a marshmallow sitting there, that getting toasted by the sun. Like, I don't even know.
Okay, but here's the thing about rescue. Like, obviously, we can't do DNA testing on every dog. First of all, it takes forever.
Second of all, it's not entirely accurate
to get the embark or
right. Yeah, it takes forever. Holly and I both did it, and we almost passed away waiting.
Whatever situation you want to go with, get them back. Secondly, just like you just said, they're not entirely accurate.
Right.
And third of all, I mean,
who cares? If you're rescuing a dog, you're rescuing a mutt. Like,
right.
We literally said super mutt, German Shepherd, Great Pyrenees mix. We don't know what it is.
Right.
It was a stray.
And if it matters that much to you, as it did to this person,
buy from a breeder, from a reputable, like, breeder of the type of dog you want. Like, if that's as a deal breaker.
Yeah, but also anybody could look at that dog. Anybody that didn't want to have anything to do with a German Shepherd would look at that dog and say, that definitely has German Shepherd in it.
Mm-hmm.
If it doesn't, it's very, very close to something
of that
like
type.
A German Shepherd.
Yeah.
And if I don't want to have anything to do with that, then that's not the dog for me. This isn't, I mean, it's not rocket science.
Right. I just kept asking over again, like, so why did you take her home then?
Right.
Like, what?
Because she
doesn't look like a Great Pyrenees at all.
It's her legs that look like Great Pyrenees.
Yeah, she's
because
fluffy.
They have the spotted white socks up to her elbows, the black face.
Yeah.
She very much looks like a German Shepherd.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Oh, wow.
Look what he's done.
Hanner.
Oh, Jesus.
Pyrenees. P-E-E. Go back up. P-E-E-R-A-N.
E-E-S. That's the most E's ever put in one word. But this dog looks like it's definitely kissed by a Great Pyrenees, but certainly not.
No. And that's why I actually put the picture into ChatGPT, and that's where it came up with that
breed that's kind of
Estella mountain dog.
Right.
And so that's why. And Stephanie had even posted that. Like,
yeah, we don't know.
Yeah.
And we were very clear. We don't know.
Right.
But like, imagine taking home a dog and then being like, I think this might be, part poodle. I don't like that. I would like to return it. After
The thing that
seeing it, signing
but
the
the thing
papers,
that was the
meeting it
most
twice.
wild about it was that they were so adamant that they didn't want that breed, but it very much looks like that breed. Like if you didn't want a doodle, would you take home a curly-haired
No.
ragamuffin? No. Anyway.
Well,
Okay.
And sometimes you take it home a ragamuffin that doesn't look like a doodle and that it is a doodle. And then guess what? You keep it.
Oh.
Anyway, we had to share a little bit about that because it quite literally. I have spoken to a lot of people on the phone. I've had a lot of email conversations. I've spoken to people with every issue known to man about their dogs, talked them down about behavior stuff, all kinds of things. I've never had a conversation quite that stupid in my life. Even Cam, she's over in the seat and she knows she can't like speak and her face is just like
melting.
She's like, is this what you deal with? And she always laughs about that because she's like, when you and Holly are old, I'm going to have to take over for you.
Oh my God.
And she's like, I'm going to have to hire somebody to handle with the people.
Girl.
I know.
Moochie.
Moochie. Oh, this was a really special one. And actually, I haven't even been able to give you the whole rundown. But Moochie was pretty soon. Moochie, she's going to go up for adoption because she's healthy again. And I want to do a big shout out to Dr. Takis on this one. She did us a big solid and probably saved this dog's life. So I had a previous adopter who has stayed quite close. She's always, about once a month, she's dropping off some donation to my front door. She adopted Mama Olivia from the puppies that I had at my house. And Olivia was all but feral except for me.
I remember.
And she was feral with them for a really long time. I mean, I remember going over there and hanging out with them, and she just hid under the kitchen table the whole time. And I said, how many hours a day does she spend under here? And they're like, a lot. She doesn't really like us.
23 and a half.
Yeah, she doesn't really like us. But now she's doing great. And they adopted a second dog from us who has kind of helped her come out of her shell.
Helper dog.
Yeah, a helper dog. And they're doing wonderful. And she was signed up as a foster with us. And she called me and she said, I don't even know. I'm like, I feel bad that I'm even calling you about this, but here's the deal. And she said that her daughter had gotten a dog and her daughter was kind of in a transitional phase of her life. And I'm not going to, talk anything personally about what she's going through, but it's a lot of stuff personally. And she just didn't need to be having a puppy. But over the course of the last week and a half, her puppy that she'd gotten like for free off of a swap site or whatever had gotten consistently sicker and sicker and sicker and sicker. And she was like, I can't afford to take it to the vet. Mom, like, what do I do? Mom's like, I can't afford to take it to the vet, like based on how serious it is. Like, I don't know what to do either. So she called me. So immediately I was like, sure, let's figure it out. Go get the dog and take it in. So we called Uni West. They got us in that day and Dr. Takis was on, thank goodness. And she called me back and she said, hey, I don't know what's going on, but it's either leptospirosis, like pretty advanced, or it's a toxin. And I said, I'm glad you said that because I thought it was a toxin from the beginning. This dog had completely yellow gums, yellow eyes, yellow skin, completely jaundiced.
Liver shut down.
Yeah. So we did blood work that day and it showed complete liver shutdown. And she was like, we need to hospitalize now. And it was a Friday night.
Of course. It never fails. Yeah.
So she said, I am not on this weekend as like a on-call person, but if you want me to, I'll hospitalize here and I'll check in every couple of hours and, keep her stable. Because she was relatively stable. She was like on the verge of crashing though, because she was very, very sick and all of her levels were really skewed and whatever. So she kept her over the weekend. She watched her. She kept me updated. I went off to Hinterland and went and did my music festival thing with Cam, and all the while kind of keeping in touch with the two of them. And, by the end of the weekend, we're back Monday, Tuesday, and I talked to Dr. Takis, and she goes, well, I came into work today, and I got a totally different puppy. She's bouncing off the wall. She's doing great. They had her on a pretty strong dose of antibiotics and fluids and who knows all what else. We did, I think 3 blood panels at this point just to check everything, and we did the leptospirosis test, which is a send out. So by Tuesday, she was good enough to go back home, and she was stable and everything. So we sent her back home. Lepto was negative. So it was a toxin.
So she like got into
Rat poison,
Rat
something like that.
poison.
Yeah, but she survived it basically. But I
lucky
think
dog.
but without that hospitalization and like the intervention, I don't think
Did she ever seize?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. She was flattened. I mean, she was like,
Yeah. Limp noodle.
limp noodle. And she come back after the weekend and after checking every couple of hours, and she was like a brand new dog and is doing really well. Absolutely freaking adorable. It's a little like corgi mix, but with like a full fluffy tail and like tiny. It's gonna go in 30 seconds, but I just want to make sure she's clear. So we're finishing out another couple weeks of antibiotics, and then we'll put her up for adoption. But I'm really thrilled we got to be able to do that, and without hesitation, I could say,
Right.
let's go. Like, let's save her. Let's try and do it. And thank goodness to Dr. Takis, I think it probably cost us an 18th of what it would have cost if we had hospitalized. Because if we would have hospitalized at like Blue Pearl or something like that, we'd have been looking at 10 grand.
Yeah.
But I think we paid.
Well, we'll see when we get the bill.
We paid it already. It's not, I thought it would be more. So, I mean, it was a lot. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
Not a regular vet visit, but Dr. Takis is incredible and like very, very whip smart. And when she hears me say, what do you want to do?
Right.
She's like, all right,
Yeah.
let's go. And she kind of just knows that. If she can't get a hold of me, she knows she's going to do what I would ask that same question, which is a pretty special relationship to have your vet as a rescue. Pretty cool.
How cool would it be to have a vet on with us, like Dr. Takis?
Oh, God.
Because I imagine their day to day is, dealing with owners, like
Mhm.
dog owners, and
Mhm.
just like they're making, the vet gives them options. They pick the option. They go forward with that option.
Yeah.
But with rescue, it's kind of a little more.
Well, there's a cost inhibitance a little bit with the rescue, but for the most part, if the rescue's in to save that dog, you're going to do what it takes to save that dog.
You have
and you're
more
getting
like
paid.
leniency on
Right.
care choices.
Right. You are in charge of the dog's care.
Yeah.
Like you get
Because
to pick.
there's not an owner.
Right.
To
It's you and the rescue, and if the rescue is diligent enough with their funds to be able to like do that, like that'd be freaking cool as heck.
right.
Yeah,
Amazing.
it would be amazing. But I mean that was a really special thing to be able to be a part of, like just even in slight to be able to say yes, it's fine, we'll help.
Yeah.
And this dog is worth it. She is absolutely freaking darling. I can't wait to share her with the world, but she's been so sick, but she's doing really great now.
1-year-old corgi mix.
Yep.
All right. After that, we had Big Cheese. It's a big dog.
It's a big boy. He came from, a referral from Bree.
Oh, yeah.
They groomed him a husband and wife got him off of a free site because they were going to euthanize him because they didn't have anywhere for him to go. The classic story.
3-year-old male, Newfoundland Pyrenees.
Yes.
Big boy.
Yeah, they got him. Turns out he was not a great fit for their household, and so
Weird.
I know, weird. And so, but he's actually lovely. And so Bree, our groomer Bree, her shop groomed him, and he was really matted and kind of and they got him all cleaned up, and then she had reached out about him. Heaven had reached out about him. I think she helped with it. And then I kind of forgot about it. And then they brought it back up again. I was like, oh, okay, well, let me ask. And I have a friend, Liz, from the dog park who has 2 Bernese Mountain Dogs. And I said, do you want another giant dog? And she was like, yeah. It's like me with Chihuahuas. Like, sure. Anyway,
Wild.
he's been to the dog park.
What's he weigh, probably?
He's 130.
Holy
He's huge.
Toledo. He's bigger than Mercury.
He's big, boy. He's heavy. I couldn't pick him up, I don't think. He's huge. His head is like 4 of your heads. Like, it's huge.
God.
But he's a sweetheart. 0 recall. None.
No shit. A Pyrenees with no recall. You're kidding.
So we're at the dog park, and it was so
I'm
funny.
shocked.
So he ran over, and he plays real well with other dogs. Like,
Yeah, I saw him with the littles. He was doing fine.
he started playing with this boxer, and boxers start batting at you and punching him in the face. And by the time he got over to the boxer, Liz and I are on the other side of the dog park, and we're watching this happen. I said, do you think we should? And she's like, yeah. We start walking over there, and they're playing great. They're getting along well. The Big Cheese starts swangling his dangle around. He's like, I'm going to hump you. Well, a 130-pound dog humping unwantedly is gonna like end poorly, right? Like, he was just really excited and playing. He was not
Where's
aggressive.
Max?
Yeah, he wasn't. He was off that day. So, and we were out back. So anyway, we got up there, but the whole way there, he doesn't know his name. So he came in with the name Gouda. The whole way there, she and I are just alternating, yelling cheeses. So I'm like, Velveeta, Gouda, Cheddar, Munster, Brie. Like, we're just shouting every cheese name that we can think of. Like, stop it. Stop doing that. You know, like, put your Parmesan away, you know, and he's still humping.
It's a mozzarella
It's a
stick.
mozzarella. So we get up there, you know, and I go, oh my gosh, we're so sorry about our big cheese. We got over here as fast as I could. And he goes, oh no, they're doing fine. He's just showing him that he's in charge of him. It's no big deal. Like, and there was no fight or anything. We were just trying not to have a 130-pound dog humping another dog.
Right.
So, you know, it was like 3 minutes, but we came up with a lot of cheeses on the way.
Hilarious.
She's already found a home for him, but she's going to hold him for a couple weeks because they're from out of state. So they're going to come in and pick him up, and they're wonderful. They're used to the breed and all of that. And she gave the good, the bad, the ugly, and they're going to take a big cheese home. So,
All right.
Yep.
Well, those are obviously not my people. If I get one more call about this next dog, I'm going to lose my mind. Scout is a.
you're getting calls about him?
Yes.
They want him?
That's the Bernedoodle.
People freaking
Right.
love Bernedoodles.
Amy's got it.
Yes.
They wanted to know if he was house trained, if he was potty trained.
Yeah, I got a message on Facebook about that.
I think it's the same person.
Oh my God.
Anyway,
Did
so
you say we make no promises?
well, I pulled up the surrender form.
Says he
'Cause
is.
this dog was surrendered to
Yeah.
us. It's a 3-year-old male Bernedoodle.
Beautiful doodle as far as doodles go.
Right, but he doesn't like kids. But he is potty trained. He's house trained, kennel trained, blah, whatever, all the things. So I just pulled up the surrender form
Mhm.
and I just read it off directly to him. I was like, "This is what
This is
we've
what
had him
we
for
were told.
like, you know,
48 hours.
yeah, not very long." So this is what they said. You know, you're more than welcome to fill
I
out
quite
the
literally think
application
he's going to be
form
gone
and-
by Thursday.
Anyway, after I got to the kids part, she was like, "Oh, okay." So they must have small children.
When I posted him, I literally said no kids. But
I know.
whatever.
She mentioned that. I think she's just
We're worried about the
testing
potty
it out.
training.
I don't know. Oh, we also had, let's see, Augustus.
Which
That's a newbie
that's a quick
yesterday.
teaser for our next episode. We're going to have a special guest who is the foster of Augustus. Augustus is a lab puppy. That's all I'm going to say. You can just guess who's fostering that thing.
Yeah, 6 months old.
Adorable.
Almost exactly
Yeah.
6 months old.
Very cute.
Galileo is one of the poodle puppies.
Which I don't know if he's getting returned yet. Now we're in limbo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But
This was from the group that came from
the hoarder
Spirit Lake.
case from Spirit Lake.
Yeah.
Spirit Lake, yeah.
So, 2-year-old poodle mixed dog was adopted. They were having some issues, wanted to return him, but now maybe not.
So they said he's completely perfect, except for when they leave, he's got some separation anxiety, and they were struggling with having him in like a regular kennel. So I, at that time, offered them, anxiety meds to help him,
Chill out.
slowly chill out into kennel life.
Till he can acclimate to.
Yeah, because he was pottying out. He never had an accident when they were home, but when they were gone, he was freaking out and peeing and, losing his mind. So I said, well, you need to kennel train this dog is the issue. And so I offered them like a high impact kennel and meds. And they said, no, we're done. It's too much dog for us. We can't handle it. And I said, okay, well, the original foster is willing to take it back, but she's not available for 4 days. Would that be okay? And they were like, oh, gosh, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be okay. And if a dog is in danger, 100%,
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
figure it out. But in this situation, the dog was safe. They were fine. They were working from home. It was no big deal. Like, they could watch the dog because they said he's perfect when they're home.
Right.
And so
Like they can figure it out for 4 days.
Right. And they agreed and they said, thank you. We're willing to wait and whatever. And so the day comes, which is today, that they were supposed to intake the dog back to us. And he goes, well, he really is perfect, except for the issue that he's not kennel trained. And I said, again, that's fixable. And so I offered them to essentially rent our high impact kennel, which they could have. I mean, honestly,
Right. I mean,
um,
they're not cheap, but
they're not cheap. I mean, it's a couple $100, so, negates their adoption fee, but whatever. So anyway, they're going to try it. They're going to come get the kennel from Stacy, and they're going to try and do some kennel training stuff. And I've got some more tips for them for that. And we'll support them because I do believe it's a good home. I just think they've never experienced a challenge with a dog.
yeah.
And so it's okay. Like, that's fine. Not everybody not everybody gets a perfect dog. And if they have only ever had a perfect dog, they don't know what to do with if it's not perfect. And that's
that
okay.
can be stressful.
It can be really stressful. You're like, oh, shoot, we thought we were getting our, like,
Right.
dream dog, and oh, now it's like freaking out when we leave the house and peeing on my couch. That stinks. That's annoying. You come home to a couch peed on, like, that's terrible. Like, I
Yeah.
get it.
Right.
But I appreciate that after taking a few days, they are willing to try it because I do think it's a great place for him.
Yeah.
I wouldn't leave him there if I didn't think that, but I do.
Of course not.
So we'll see if that's an actual intake or not.
Do we have a deadline on that? Or we
They're gonna no, yeah. I think
Just
they were
gonna-
connecting with Stacy to get the kennel today, and they were gonna try it for a few days. So we'll see.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. We can solve our own problems.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yes.
Tori.
Tori, this one we'll dive into a little bit deeper, but was an owner who passed away, a little schnauzer, and it's like a party schnauzer. If you've ever seen those,
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
absolutely darling. They're
Party, P-A-R-D-I.
like TI.
P-A-R-T-I.
So it's like spotted, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
Not a Merle.
Not a Merle. Yeah. So there's
There's
party.
difference.
There's party Yorkies. There's party schnauzers.
When she says party, I just don't want you to think like disco. It's a type of
If there was a dog that
breed
enjoyed a
description.
disco, it would be probably a schnauzer. But it's mostly white, and it's got like a brown spot to it. And it's freaking adorable. But owner passed away, so we'll dive into that.
7-year-old female miniature schnauzer.
Mhm.
Last but not least, Clementine Delate. Is that how you say that? Delate?
Deliat?
Delayet?
Delia?
It's French.
Delay.
So
Delay.
could be.
Delay.
I think Siri pronounced it delay.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. Anyway, there was a call out on one of our rescue decision makers groups for this dog. It's a what is it anyway?
A bearded lady. She looks like a
It sounds like a doodle mix.
she looks like a griffin mix,
But
like
it has
a
a-
pointer.
She's
It has
got a beard.
and a mustache.
Yeah. So
And when we found out it was a girl,
she popped up on one of these pages and it said that she had a euthanasia date and time set for whatever day it was at 1:30. I scrolled onto the post at a little after 2 and I was like, "Oh shit. We missed it."
right?
And that's just,
All the every
I
day.
mean, that's everything about social media. Like that's why we created the text alert system, because you're not on social media all the time, all day, every day. And
Right.
there's situations like this where we can help and we just missed it.
yeah.
And then our friend Kelly at Always and Forever had tagged us in it, like like a couple minutes after I scrolled past it. And I said, "Hey, can I share this in our group? Because the rules of that group were that you can't share outside of the
Sure.
group. Like, I just want to be
Yeah. Follow the
you know,
rules.
follow the rules and be responsible and respectful, whatever." And she's like, "No, absolutely, share it." I was like, "Okay." So
Because we're at the deadline now.
I mean, yeah,
Past it.
I said, "I thought we missed the deadline." She goes, "No, I got an extra hour, but we've got like 20 minutes." And I'm like, "Shit, okay." So I put it on Mutt Mafia, and then I was driving. I messaged you. You were able to put it out on the text alert,
Mhm.
and I think, what did you say, within 10 minutes?
10 minutes from the whole conversation. It was about a minute and a half from when we texted out. It arrived till we had a
Right.
person.
So we were able to tag that dog and literally save its life. So
She landed today, and apparently, other than being very stinky, she is absolutely lovely, and she does have a full mustache and beard.
yeah. So anybody
you
that's
tell the
not,
name.
anybody that's not familiar, Clementine. I guess I don't know if that's how you pronounce it because it's French. Maybe we should have Wikipedia pronounce it.
Yes.
Anyway, Clementine Delate was the French bearded lady who kept a cafe. She was kind of one of the more famous bearded ladies. She was born in 1865 and died
Delay.
in 1930. Delay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's kind of a tip of the hat to
Yeah, of the bearded
the
lady.
bearded lady.
So actually, on our website, let's see if I still have it up. I have her posted breed: super mutt poodle mix bearded lady.
Love it.
It's
The older
so-
I get, the more I feel like a bearded lady.
Oh my gosh! You leave the house in the morning.
Ugh.
You come home at night and you get in the bathroom. You flip
I
on the
don't
lights.
even get to the freaking next stoplight. I keep tweezers in my car.
I have one of those little facial shavers, and I drive down the road just shaving mustache because you just never know. You like leave the house, you're on the run, and you like the light catches you in a certain way, and you're like, I thought I looked good today, but my land, I look like Clementine Delier.
Yeah, I probably got a few right now. Now that you say that, here
No,
I
it was
am.
the other day I got home and I had been out all day, and I was like going to wash my face, and I like wiped my face off, and I looked in the mirror and I went,
Oh my!
lifted my chin
dog.
up, and there was like 3 black hairs,
Like really good ones.
like good ones.
I know.
And I was like,
I know.
shoot,
Who saw that?
who saw that? Like,
Nobody saw it.
they might have. Well, I know my husband isn't, because he didn't even know. He doesn't even notice when I cut my hair. So, anyway, crazy.
Adoptions, real quick. Aloe, Terry, Chris. Those are all the
Doodle puppies.
doodle puppies. Ruby.
Oh, Ruby, that was our little cockapoo who my my coworker took in under the guise of I knew they'd fall in love if she was like halfway decent, and she loves the kids, loves the husband, and the husband was they had one that passed away, and he was like not going to survive without a dog situation. And so it was funny because Allison said that when they brought Ruby home, she was the only one home with her for a couple days, so she really attached to her. And Jared, who was like really like he really
wanted the dog.
really wants a dog,
Yeah.
was so like, oh man, and so she took her daughter in 2 weekends in a row, like a Girl Scout camp, and then up to her family in Chicago, and then she came back, and Ruby was like,
Had
like,
transferred.
you're fine, but I like him now. And she was like, that was good.
Yeah.
So she goes, so I asked her today, I sat down on her couch in the office, and I said, well, I realized I haven't asked you about the dog I dropped off to you a couple weeks ago in a while. She goes, I think we're ready to make her, and their last name is Ruble. She said, I think we're ready to make her Ruby Ruble.
Oh, are they keeping Ruby?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Ruby Ruble. So anyway, their adoption will make official today, but yeah.
Lovely.
Mhm.
Shadow was a lab mix.
Mhm.
In and out.
Yep.
I mean, pretty classic name there. Black lab.
Terrible name.
Charlie.
Charlie.
And people got big mad about this one.
Yes. Well, you heard me all talk about it. And listen, I've been doing this long enough, and I know the craziness that comes from posting a dog like Cavalier. I mean, I just know it. I know that people that shouldn't have the dog will apply. I know that lots of people that should have the dog and that would be a great home
Will
will
miss it.
apply. And I'm going to have to sort through 300 applications. But I also know that I know dozens of wonderful pet owners and a small network. So I just thought before I post it, because I can,
Right.
I'm going to just throw that out there. Well, we went to go do a meet and greet, and turns out the 2 groups of people that I had shot a message out to, both of them had a great reference for me. So I was really clear with the people. I had 2 meet and greets in a day, which I absolutely
never do that.
do. Do not do this, Fosters. It's a bad deal. But I told them off top. I was like literally within minutes of each other. They both texted me. And so I was like, okay, sure. And both of them were so sweet. They said, we get it. If the other home is better, I want her to go there,
Right.
but
That's how you know they're good.
yeah, they're both wonderful. But this home is pretty special. I've known these people for about 10 years, and the little boy has always had like you did, a thing in his heart for Cavaliers. When he was getting potty trained, when he was a tiny baby, his prize for not wetting the bed or having accidents was that he got to have their friends Cavalier spend the night and sleep with him.
Oh.
Like that was like that he was potty trained by a Cavalier. And so now he's like a 9 or 10-year-old and still has the stuffed animal of the Cavalier that he had, and it was
Oh my
it was like, my God. And this dog, she was not super crazy about a lot of other dogs, and they just have one other dog who's super senior, leaves her alone, no big deal. They're perfect. And
Excellent.
so I had to tell the other family who would have been equally great, but they had more dogs that, based on that she didn't really want to share her people very
Mhm.
much, that it was a better fit, and they were super kind about it, and it was
Yeah.
good. But like, I hate having to like make that choice. It was tough, but
I at least once a day, every day, I hold Reese because she is always jumping up on my leg. She always puts her paws up on my leg and wants to be held.
yeah,
I mean, all day, every day.
Yeah.
All day. Like I understand how mothers feel now with toddlers.
mother, mommy,
Mom,
mommy,
and like
mama.
kids touching you all the time. Like that's a thing apparently.
It's an overstimulation.
Touch over stimulation, something
Yeah.
like that. Whatever it is. No, I get it. Totally get it with my little Reese girl.
Oh,
But at least once a day, I pick her up and I hold her and I tell her how pretty she is and how special she. I mean, those Cavaliers are just the most special little dogs.
very, very special dog.
I
And
don't.
actually, I know I complained about her because she was peeing everywhere, but by the time she left, she had stopped.
She's those.
So that was good.
cavies. I don't think I don't. Oof. I think about the day when Reese won't be here anymore, and I really.
You're gonna have
don't-
to overlap.
I really don't
so you
like
don't have
it.
to have one so you don't
And
have
then
a day
I'm like,
without one.
Do you get another Cavalier? Because there's never gonna be
Another one
Reese.
like her. But they're all very similar in their like characteristics. I think you won't replace her, but I think you will be missing that like personality a little bit, like
She
that
is
type of
the
personality.
Sweetest dog I've ever met in my entire life.
Yeah.
She's so sweet. Ringo and Ruru, they came in together.
Those came from Kelly, Always and Forever, and they were having a hard time finding him a home. A couple of Chihuahuas. Ringo's the one that we told the story about that he bit his transporter in the
Yeah.
face.
I really hope they don't listen to this,
Oh
but
my
I
goodness.
mean, it was kind of funny. I mean, I'm not laughing that you got bit, but it was kind of funny.
We've all been bit.
I hope
I've
you
been
keep
bit.
transporting.
I've been bit
my God.
a million times.
I've been
Like,
vaccinated for rabies. I've been bit so many times for crying out loud.
we laugh because we've been there, and it's just so funny that like.
We commiserate with you.
And the funny part about all of it, that whole thing is she was like, comes with the territory. I was like, it was funny because she was like the equal amount of crazy that she needed to be transporting these wild Chihuahuas. But anyhow, they both got adopted within a couple of days each other, and Ringo got adopted by someone who spent a lot of time with him before she actually took him because she knew Jennifer in the shop at Jet and Monkeys, and so she knew what she was getting into.
Right.
And that's what she wanted, was a little spicy boy. So they ended up happy and on their way pretty quickly, which I was happy about.
Ruru is with Joanna. I think it's been adopted, but it's on. Like they can't pick her up yet.
Oh, they
Pick
haven't.
them up yet.
I thought yeah, we might still be in that bubble.
Yeah.
I have a picture with them, but I don't know if they went home or not.
Okay.
Yeah, there was. Anyway.
I know there was some delay because they were going
Yeah.
on vacation. So
Yes.
whatever.
And we always appreciate when our fosters do that and they say,
It's
"Hey, this is
definitely
the right
not
person."
required.
No, we do not hold dogs, but if the foster deems that it is the best
Suitable,
home
right.
and they're willing to hang on to the dog, it usually means you're probably getting a pretty darn good dog if the foster's willing to hold on to
Right.
it. But it's pretty special that they're willing to do that. So that's cool.
We do. Okay, so that's intakes, outtakes.
Yeah.
We got some new news on the microchip scanning stations.
This is going to become a big deal.
I think so. I think it's gonna probably slightly blow up. I attended the City of Boone City Council meeting
Which
last Monday.
I've never even thought about a city council meeting.
Oh, they're
You've
so
been to-
much fun.
You've been to several now.
Oh, they're so much fun. I highly encourage everyone to attend your city council meetings and your surrounding city council meetings. The Madrid city council meeting is always a good time. You always learn something.
Do they serve popcorn?
No, but they should. They should serve beverages, honestly. But anyway, I went to the Boone City Council meeting I got on their agenda to propose the microchip scanning station for the city of Boone.
Yeah.
And I took the mock-up sign, not the cardboard one,
The
but
coroplast. Yeah.
okay. I took that with me, and I took the box and the microchip scanner and the cable,
Yeah.
although it wasn't all put together because I just got it from Amazon that day.
Yeah.
Anyway, I took it all up with me to the city council meeting, and I was the first person on the agenda.
Oh, gosh.
Thank God, because these meetings can go for a while.
Oh,
So
boy.
if you're anywhere below the
How
middle
long do they
of the
go?
agenda,
Are we
they
talking,
can
like,
go for
hours?
hour and a half,
Oh,
2 hours max, probably.
yeah.
Anyway, so I was very happy to be the first on the agenda, and and these agendas are public. There's a public notice of
Yeah,
city
so
council
they know
meetings,
who's going to be there. Yeah.
so the entire population can know what's happening.
I don't know where you find this public posting, though. I'd like to.
And so I addressed the city council. I explained, who we are, what we're doing, what it is, how it works, all the things. And the Boone City Council is made up of 7 city council members.
Okay.
And the city attorney was there, as well as the mayor, whatnot, and chief of police, so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was commentary from the public, which
The locals?
I guess I hadn't anticipated negative commentary. Because
Right, like, what's there
what
to
would there
be
be
to say?
negative about it? But there were 2 individuals there that were opposed to the microchip scanning station, and they're the one person is kind of known for being on the. I'm trying to be very politically correct here.
Earlier this morning, I had this song in my head. Every party has a pooper. That one.
I guess I reached out to somebody else that I knew after the meeting and said, "Hey, I went to the city council meeting. This is what happened. This person spoke up in opposition." And she goes, "Oh, yes, I know her. She's well known on the Facebook
Her
community
political
page."
party is opposition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that's fine. I mean, I don't. I
Well,
was.
I
I was happy
appreciate
for
it,
the
though.
criticism. I
Well-
was happy for the other point of view, because what they came in with was, it was her and another gentleman, and they had some concerns about public safety,
Right.
and they're not associated with a rescue, as far as I know.
Mm-hmm.
They're not associated with the Humane Society, as far as I know. In fact, I think they're based on their comments, are opposed to the Humane Society, but again, I don't want to make any comments on behalf of anybody else. But
Yeah.
anyway, they were concerned about people
Like if they got a stray
like-
dog and they're trying to scan it.
yeah,
what
they're
would
like,
happen
well,
if-
that's a 2-man job, and somebody has to hold the dog, and then you're dealing with a stray, and the stray might not be vaccinated, and then the stray could bite you, and you're trying to do a job that us as the taxpayers already pay the Humane Society to do, because the Boone Area Humane Society is contracted to the city of
Animal
Boone
control.
as animal control.
Right.
All very fair points.
Pretty valid. Yeah.
And they were, their gases were flabbered that the Boone Area Humane Society was not there in opposition of this entire thing. And I'm like, why would the Humane Society
They don't
be here in
care.
opposition?
Yeah.
Like,
They're happy for the help.
I guess I don't understand that. But anyway, apparently they stated, and I didn't fact check this, but they stated that the city of Boone pays the Boone Area Humane Society over $100,000 every year for their services, and that this is something that they should be handling, and blah, blah, blah.
Actually, that's pretty cheap.
And I mean, I understand their point of view, but at the same time, like, this is an optional offering,
Yeah. If you want it, great. If
and
not,
it's
cool.
free to the city of Boone. We are incurring the full cost of installing these microchip scanning stations, which is about $400, $450, depending on how cheap we can get the microchip scanners at that time. We work with a group that sometimes have promotions.
Yeah. You get a
and
sale.
Sometimes
sale.
the price is better than others, but yeah, use it, don't use it. I'm just here to offer something
Right.
for free to my community that might be helpful to the community and to the resources that the community pays for.
Well, and we've talked about this before. It's so funny that, like, the only time you find a stray dog is after the Humane Society is closed and after the vet's office is closed. And it's a nice Pomeranian. You just want to get it home before you
Right.
go to bed at night.
It's
like,
not a vicious
like-
dog.
boom, done, over. solved, and that dog doesn't have to go sit at the shelter. Like,
Exactly.
cool. That's amazing. But if the Humane Society is open, go there. Like, let them help you.
Of
They'd
course.
be happy to.
Yeah.
But, like, if you're not, self-serve yourself and save your community resources.
Right.
Because then that $100,000 is going to go a lot further if we're not paying for city employees to scan a 30-year-old Pomeranian
Exactly.
that's
Exactly.
just loose. You know?
I mean, it's still up to you as. So there was questions to the attorney, the city attorney,
Uh-huh.
as far as liability, and it's like, well, no, there's no liability to the city because it would be just the same as if a stray came into your yard and you
Took it to
grabbed
the
a hold
vet.
of it and took it to the vet, which is another thing that they said. These people that were in opposition of it, and they did say that this was a noble effort and they commended us for it, but they obviously were opposed to it. They're like, well, any vet has a microchip scanner. You can take it to the vet anytime. And I
Yeah.
was like, well, no, not anytime.
Yeah.
You can only take it to the vet from 8 to 5,
Right.
Monday through Friday until noon on Saturday.
Yes.
So, no, not anytime. And also, I don't know if you've tried to book an appointment with a vet in your area recently, but they are booked out.
It's
And the last thing that they have time to deal with
scanning
is
your lost
scanning
Pomeranian.
scanning a found dog.
Right.
Like, to me, it's just like I am much happier solving problems myself. I don't need to get government entities involved in solving my problems.
Yeah. No.
I don't. If I can solve it myself, I'm going to.
Oh, for sure.
And so giving this tool access to the entire public, everybody has access to it 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see a downside to that, but
Yeah.
there obviously is.
I did appreciate the perspective, but it was unexpected for sure. So,
It was.
yeah. But
Regardless, it was approved.
anyway, woo!
Yay.
And
One of the city council members was like, "Well, is this a big issue in the city of Boone?" And I said, "Ma'am, are you on the Boone community page at all? Like, are you a member? I know it's a private group, but are you a member? Like, how is a city council member
not a member of the Boone.
not aware that every other post on the Boone community page is a lost dog?"
Yeah.
I'm exaggerating, but anyway.
It's a lot.
So
Though.
it's been approved.
Yay.
Also, to add to that, I also reached out to Polk City,
Mm-hmm.
and I did not have to attend a city council meeting for that. The chief of police said, "Yep, that sounds great. Let's do it."
Are you going to put it at the police
Yeah.
station? Nice.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And then we don't have to get city approval for the one in West Des Moines because it's going to go on a private building.
True.
We're going to put one at Family Pet Clinic in West Des Moines. We have to get, all the P's and Q's figured out there. But then we'll have one in West Des Moines, which is wonderful. And it's in like old West Des Moines. So it'll be a good central spot. Yeah.
Like Valley Junction. Area.
Yeah, right by Valley Junction.
Right.
Yeah. So this is so exciting. It's
Well,
really
just
good.
send your edits to Allison.
Yes, I have to find out from, I think West Pet is who you would call for them because that's their animal control. But I need to call. I probably have to get
You
approval
just have to
for
get
that.
that number.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to get the number. But other than that, yeah, I'll send them to Allison and she'll make us the sign.
So if you're a listener and you would like or you think a podcast, Jesus, a microchip scanning station would be a good thing for your community.
Yeah. If you have a
Please let us
business
know.
or the police station contact that you'd like to do that at, we just ask that it be surveilled in some way.
Yes,
So,
under surveillance in case, anything happens, vandalism, or gets stolen. I mean,
microchip thieves.
not that we have time to press charges on that kind of stuff, but
Ain't nobody got time for that.
we'll figure it out. Okay, we did the Possum Pints Kong Day.
Yes, that was
Great
awesome.
success.
It was really great. And
Very
Holly and
thankful to
I
our
quite
fosters.
literally had nothing to do with it. I stopped by, dropped off my bins of crap.
Mhm.
Ginny and Carrie and several other volunteers came and brought their foster dogs, and they had a wonderful day. We haven't received the check yet, so I don't have the exact amount that was donated, but they donated $1 for every beverage that was sold, and they had specialty little pint glasses that
Oh,
had
nice.
a little dog on them, and if you
saw those.
bought one, then you got that glass to take home, and we got $1 from that, plus the entry fees to go in, and even if it's very little, it was very big for us because not only did we get to meet a lot of people and our volunteers who are really passionate about what they do for Oh My Dog Rescue, we're able to talk to a lot of people. We got a nondescript black mutt adopted randomly. Two
Yeah.
applications from that day.
Amazing.
Shadow must have really shone.
Hilarious.
Shined.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
She was awesome. And they had, like, literally that day. She met her that day. She went home. She applied. And then Morgan took her over and she was adopted that night.
Love it.
Amazing. So I
think
was so
Carrie
excited.
Still has Kongs for us.
She does. Yeah, she's got stuff. So yeah, they gave us a bunch of toys and things like that for our
Carrie, I'll take
volunteers.
some Kongs.
Yeah, I'll take some Kongs too. Oh my gosh. Speaking of Kongs and dogs that are anxious in their kennels, Kiwi, I just bought, she has never done this before, but she started ripping up everything in her kennel.
Oh no.
And it's like fluff everywhere. So she had a plush situation. She had her bed and all the blankets and all that kind of stuff. Destroyed. Marcus came home and he was like, the basement is completely filled with fluff, because she was like ripping it up and throwing it everywhere and all this. Like, why? I don't know. She's bored. So I bought this thing off of Amazon, and it quite literally looks like a bulletproof vest, but it's a mat for the bottom of the kennel. I'm telling you what, if that thing actually lasts this dog ripping it up, I'm getting them for all of my other dogs that do that crap. And that's going to be something we're going to get for a lot of dogs, because it's awesome.
Like squishy? Is it like, what's the...
It's like a relief for them to not lay like on the hard.
Right.
It's like if you have dogs that rip stuff up and like destroy things, they have to just go straight on the kennel,
That
you know,
sucks.
which stinks, and it makes
Yeah.
me feel bad. And she's in an impact crate because she's a little crazy.
Mhm.
And so hers has bars in the bottom, so you had to put something on top. I'm not letting her lay on the bars.
Of course not.
So this covers the bars, and it gives a little cushion, but it's not like fluff. There's no fluff in it, but it's like a Kevlar vest.
Hey, I mean,
I think it's going to be really good. I'm pretty jazzed about it. So we'll see. But it was like $70 for like the one little mat. But if it lasts, I buy like 10 of those little things.
right.
Worth it.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Anyway.
The tray inserts are almost just as expensive as the kennels.
I know.
They do that shit on purpose.
I know it. We get kennels donated all the time that don't have the trays.
We're going to just quickly run through our process to owner surrender. And we're going to run through this because we had a call on the bat phone. I'm like, what are you
I'm getting
doing?
attacked by a gnat, and I look crazy, but it keeps coming towards my nose, and I don't want to breathe it in.
I got 2 friends over here on my iPad.
We keep getting attacked.
And
by
if you tap
gnats
them, it's going to
lately.
hit a button, so you can't kill them on the iPad. Where's your spoiled fruit?
So I had a call on the bat phone today.
I think it's the popcorn in the trash can.
Oh.
I got a call on the bat phone today from a gentleman that needed to surrender his dog, and he was pretty clueless about how the process worked and had a lot of questions. And typically I do the high level, go to our website, fill out the form.
Mhm.
It'll ask you for some information. If we have a foster, we'll call you.
And they say, okay, bye.
And they say, okay, thanks, bye. No, not this gentleman. He was very curious about how this all worked. So
And had probably never experienced
Yeah,
foster-based rescue or anything like that. Yeah.
and again, this just lends to us being in this day in and day
And
out.
reminding ourselves.
Yeah, like,
yeah.
95% of the population doesn't know how this works. So
Right.
let's just
Take a minute and be
Take a minute
patient.
and explain it.
So that's what we're doing.
So for anybody listening, this is how surrenders work for fosters, for volunteers, for the general population. If you have a dog that needs to be surrendered, first of all, the owner of the dog needs to fill out the surrender form. And the surrender form is found on our website, ironically, under forms. And it's going to ask you for some biological information, such as the age of the dog, breed,
Disposition. Do
male,
we have any
female,
bite history?
how it is with children,
Health
how it is
history.
with cats. Is it kennel trained? Is it house trained? Is it up to date on shots? Is it spayed or neutered? Is it microchipped? What
there's
vet
no
do you use?
right or wrong answer for any of these questions.
No.
We just need to know what we're getting into so we can prepare.
It's purely informational, and a lot of that information is for down the line. So,
Right.
for example, when we get a surrender and we post it into the Mutt Mafia, which is where all of our volunteers see all of the dogs that are available or that need help, they're inevitably going to ask, well, is it good with other dogs?
Right.
Is it good with cats? Is it good with kids? Because I have kids. Is it good? I have other dogs. Is it going to be good with my dog? That's always what's asked. So we just put that right on the form and let the owner answer it. And then we post all of that information when we post it to the Mutt Mafia. That way, we're not making any assumptions.
Right.
We're just passing along information.
And I will say, if you are someone that is filling out that form, a couple of things, but one, no one is going to help you with your dog unless you have a halfway decent picture of it. And
Right.
that's just the human nature. I'm not going to say yes to a dog I can't see.
Right.
And so an important thing is
No one's going to adopt a dog that you can't see.
Right.
So why would you expect someone to foster a dog
That's
that
right.
you can't
Yeah.
see? So it's also at the end of the form, it asks you to upload some pictures.
Exactly. Yeah. So we have the last question is an upload of photos. So that's one thing. And the other thing is our surrender form, while once the dog comes into our possession, becomes legally binding. Before that, it is simply an inquiry. And so we ask you to fill that out because without all of the information, we can't find out if we have the resources to help you.
Right. So that's kind of what I explained to this gentleman was all of that, like on the form, what it's going to ask you, why we're asking it, all of that information. So we need you to be as honest as possible because you're asking us to put this dog in another home. So if the dog eats children for snacks and you said it reacts positively with children and I put this dog in a house with children, like
you're setting the dog up for
right,
failure.
don't do that.
Yeah.
So just be as honest as
children.
possible. Right. I mean, there's no wrong answer here. So just answer honestly, give us all the information you can. We will find a foster based on the information that you provide. It also helps us plan for vet care down the road. So if this is a dog that we know that we can intake, that we know we have a foster for, we can set up that vet appointment lickety split. I mean, same day. I can call Uni West or I can call Boone or whoever the nearest vet is and say, hey, I have this dog coming in. Can I set up a spay or neuter if it needs spay or neuter? Or can I...
We need to know what we're prepping for because it takes so long to get in anymore.
Yes.
If we're not ready, that dog's going to sit for longer and longer in rescue than if you give us the information.
And we do the same thing for youth list transfers. So like the dog that we talked about, Clementine.
Yes.
I asked, is it up to date on shots? Is it spayed? Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. And then we can make that appointment right now, which would have been Friday. And instead of waiting until Monday, which you think that's not a lot of time, but it makes a huge difference.
It does.
So anyway, after we get the form comes to us in an email. We also get a text message alert with some high level details. And if it's a dog that we think that we can help, we'll post it into Mutt Mafia, and we'll also send out the text alert, which notifies all of our approved active fosters that we have a dog that is in need. And if anybody can help, they can comment on the post in Mutt Mafia, or they can message Kara and I on Facebook. And so as soon as somebody speaks up for it and we feel like it's a good and it's a go, then we will reach out to the owner and say, okay, we have a foster. When is a good time for you to set up that transfer? And then we'll put the owner and the foster in connection, and they will work out those details on the handoff.
Which is new for us.
We used to be a little more involved in the handoff situation, and we have found that our fosters are very, very capable in managing that themselves.
They're wonderful. Yeah. The only thing we clear before is to ensure that the dog has had its rabies vaccine.
Right.
And, if the foster gets there and they don't feel comfortable accepting the dog, they all feel comfortable in contacting us and asking us what to do next. And
right.
So,
and I always ask the potential foster, do you want them to deliver the dog directly to your home, or do you want to meet them somewhere in public? And because, I'm not giving out my volunteers' personal information unless they're okay with it.
Right. But typically, depending on the situation, is how, as a volunteer myself, I will gauge that. So, for instance, we have had a few recently of like parents or siblings who have passed away and they left a dog behind, and it's just that family member like begging for help.
Mm-hmm.
You can come on over, you know,
Right.
like it's fine, no big deal. And you got to use your
And then you have other
gut.
situations where there's like domestic violence involved, and
Somebody was arrested.
somebody
and
was arrested and they can't keep, like, they're getting evicted. Like, okay,
We're meeting in the mall parking lot.
right.
Yeah.
Well, let's just be smart and safe about this.
Which lends to, and we've not really dove into this, and I know we're not going to spend a ton of time on it, but like we have some dreams about where we'd like to land with this rescue, and we kind of call it our in-between spot. I think it would be really cool if we had a small facility or just a drop-off spot that was owned or rented by the rescue that allowed us to have that safe zone for the intakes.
And also for meet and greets.
Meet and greets, a little
Supplies.
gated yard area, supply hold and drop off. I'd love to have my art studio back again someday. So that would be really, really cool. We will at some point start to kind of drive towards building funds for that. I feel right now we're still kind of building what we're doing as a rescue, but eventually I think we'll get there. And to me, that would be a huge asset. We do not want a shelter, but the in between would be huge.
No.
So,
okay. Outside of that, as far as intake goes, there are other intake
requests.
situations.
Yeah.
I mean, we intake dogs from other shelters.
Yes.
Euthanasia lists.
Well, just like little Clementine, we have worked with networkers, shelters, other rescuers, and now we have these relationships. So in our next episode, we're going to talk with one of our favorite fosters about the network that comes from doing dog rescue, but there's a network that comes from the decision makers in rescue. And so that's what happens. We get these calls or these texts that say, hey, this dog has literally nobody else. What do you got?
Right. And the surrender form is kind of all encompassing outside of health cert surrenders, or health cert transfers, I guess I would say. So the surrender form covers everything from strays to death in the family, like you mentioned, to I just can't keep this dog anymore, I'm moving, all of the reasons, all of the things. That is the first step, and that's what kicks off the process. So, and I always tell people when I'm on the phone with them too, like, please don't fill out that form unless you are for sure that you're ready to surrender this dog. And I always ask, what is the situation? Like, what are we dealing with?
How can we help you without having to take this dog?
Exactly. Yeah. And, in this instance, he had the dog for 2 years. He bought it as a puppy. He's got 3 kids. He lives in town. It's a hunting breed dog.
Right.
It obviously has way more energy than he's able to deal with. So I don't have a good solution for him other than the obvious.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's just, it's interesting and it's hard for us because I don't think that, like, our inbox at all times probably has 5 unread messages, and it's not that we haven't read them, it's that we keep them unread so that we remember to go back and try and see if we can help.
Right.
But it's always some sort of mix of a dog that's that medium, like 55 pound size, that's just really difficult if it's not a specific breed of dog to find a foster home for, and then in turn a forever home for. And so we have to make judgment calls, and then we have a lineup of people who are waiting because they specifically know that they cannot handle their dog. They've done everything they can, but they know that they want the dog to come to us, and now they have to wait until we have a spot.
And then you get a last minute euthanasia.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay,
well, who do I take?
I mean,
yeah,
I know you all need help, but this dog is literally going to die in the next hour.
Yeah.
If we don't take it.
It is-
So
it's
I'm
a-
sorry, but you're going to have to figure it out for another day or two.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean,
Or you can call any of the other, I don't know, 50 rescues in this state, I guess.
how many?
I
There
mean-
should be more. We should find that out.
I don't know what the number is, but
Quite a few. Yeah.
there's
so
options is what I'm saying. Like,
There's options. Yes. So anyway, the surrender process, we just wanted to outline that because I think that a lot of times we're starting to involve our fosters more, which I really love, and it's gone quite well. But I think sometimes we'll post a dog and we'll say, for instance, Johnny and Tracy stood up for these 2 wiener dogs.
Yep.
The sister had a stroke, and her sister, the sister who had a stroke, her sister
The
was
owner of the dog.
yeah, the owner of the dog, thank you, was incapacitated, and her sister was caring for her 2 wiener dogs. Her resident dogs did not like other dogs, and so she was having to keep them in like the garage or in the basement, and it was a whole thing. So I said, well, of course we can help them, whatever. So we found a home, and I had connected them directly with Tracy, and they started to have a conversation. And then, as it turns out, the owner of the dog
That had a stroke.
who had a stroke starts coming around and isn't as bad off as everyone thought she was going to be.
Right.
And so then the sister who had contacted us was like, actually, I would feel horrible if I
Can you imagine?
sent them away before.
Don't get rid of my dogs if I have a stroke.
I won't.
I have directives.
I'm ready. I
Look
know where
'em
you're.
up.
I know about your binder.
My death binder.
Yeah. So anyway, there's just the process is difficult. So if Tracy had not seen that whole thing happening, she might have been like, "Oh my gosh,
They're
saying
wasting my time.
I keep
Yeah.
saying yes to dogs, and then this happens, and then they don't come, or I say yes to a dog, and then this happens,
Yeah.
and it takes 3 weeks to get it here, and all these things. It's like, well, there's a lot of moving parts that happen when we say yes, and we do not get to say yes as nearly as often as we wish that we could.
Right.
But when we do, and then it either doesn't pan out, which in this case is for the good.
Right.
If mama is going to be okay to come home and take care of the dogs, great. Or whatever. It's just nice to be transparent with everybody about how the whole process works. and
Exactly.
It's ups and downs.
And the best way to do that is to get them involved.
Yes.
Yeah.
We don't want to. This is not a silo
We're not
situation.
gatekeeping
We're not
anything.
gatekeeping anything. We want everybody able to do this
There's
type
no
of work as
bottleneck
best
here.
as you can. No. So anyway, we've been really thankful for the fosters who have taken this on with us.
Mhm.
I think maybe a month ago we talked about when one of our fosters, Ginny, had gotten involved with a dog that we thought was going to get returned and whatever, and I had included her. And Ginny is so sweet and kind and patient, and she dealt with the quite literal crazy of the ups and downs of they're coming, they're not coming. I'm giving this dog up. I can't take it anymore. To I love it so much. To it's like, what in the world is even happening? And it's not that they're having to take on the whole brunt of that, but it's kind of nice to be able to have partners.
Expose them.
Yeah. So
Commiserate with them.
yeah.
Be
and
like, so
it made
now
us
you
all
get
stronger.
why we're a little crazy. Because we've been dealing with this
Over and over.
alone,
Yeah.
over and over. So anyway, okay. Hopefully that clears up some.
I think it would just be helpful to open up another transparent
Yeah.
layer of like what it looks like in rescue when people ask us to help. And I do have there's a couple of dogs that someone I know passed away, and they're 2 older large breed dogs, and we just don't have a spot for them. And I've had the family members reaching out and saying, hey, we reached out, we haven't heard anything. And I just say, we don't have anything. And it really stinks to have to
Right.
not say yes every time. Anyhow,
Well, to that end,
yep,
we'll
figure
figure
it
it out.
Oh my dog.
What I mean when I see, what I see, what I feel, when I dream, when I be, I'm a freak, what up? Oh, what up? Everybody look at me when I'm free, when I feel, what I see, when I do it, I'm a freak, what up? Oh, what up? Say what we got, it's hot to spot, give up the drop, see what we got, do what, we got to go, the body flow, too hot to show, the front row, we won't stop.